Sometimes in life, tragedy leads to triumph, and that is the case for Herald-Tribune staff writer Justine Griffin. The loss of her childhood best friend inspired her to give someone else a chance at life. SNN's Melissa Warren joins us now in the studio after speaking with Justine today about her journey.
Well, Justine Griffin considers herself the wimp of her family, but that wasn't the case when she decided to undergo numerous hormone injections and a surgical procedure, all to give someone she'd never met a chance to have a child. The idea came about years ago when she watched her best friend's parents struggle to have a child after they lost their only daughter.
What began as a way to honor an old friend turned into doctor's visits, medications, needles, and surgery to extract 5 of Justine Griffin's eggs in hopes they'd create a baby for a couple she'd never met.
And that woman tried to have children on her own and went through the same IVF cycle that I did to try to stimulate her own eggs.
That in vitro fertilization cycle would prepare Griffin's eggs for extraction.
They started me on a high estrogen birth control for about 3 months, and then for about 10 to 12 days I took the stimulating hormones. So they're just, a little glass vial, and you put it in a needle, and normally like around your hip or in your thigh, I would give myself a shot once a day to twice a day.
Aside from the physical discomfort involved in the process, the emotional toll weighed on Griffin and her family at times.
Technically, this is a child that is coming from, our family genetics, and it's going to live across the world. I think in my head when I envisioned going through with this that I wanted to have a relationship with these parents, at least get to know them once or twice, so you had that memory going forward. Oh, well, I helped these nice people, because right now they're just a faceless couple, I'll never know them.
Griffin spent years researching the process before committing, but says nothing could have prepared her.
And as a reporter, you start asking questions when you can't find answers, and the things that you find, some of them, I made like the hair stand up on the back of my neck when I'm interviewing some of these women. I interviewed a 20-year-old who's going through early menopause.
Despite that, with the unknowns and potential risks, Griffin says she doesn't plan to donate again, but she has no regrets.
I set out to do something, and it was scary, and I still think that it was worth doing it.
Once Griffin was selected to become a donor, she decided to document her journey, writing a special feature which you can find in this Sunday's edition of the Herald-Tribune or on the heraldtribune.com.
It's a brave woman, kind to be able to share with somebody else. Wonder though if, as reporters, sometimes we start something then right afterwards, or was she doing this and then she, what was the process?
Well, she says that she'd already wanted to become a donor because of her best friend, and as she began researching the process, she felt there wasn't enough information out there for potential donors, and she hopes her story can educate others on a subject that few are talking about.
All right, well, a lot more detail in her article in the Herald-Tribune on Sunday.
Sunday, yes.
Thanks, Melissa.